Tell me what you think. As welcome back, guys, to episode number 7 of Season 6 of the Rejuvenated, now that's what I'm going to call it, Grimsby Town to Glory. As you might be able to see on screen, it might be a bit clearer for you. Yes, I've been messing around with the wiring and with all the Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro I can to try and up the quality of this a little bit more. We're going for it now, as today we need to try and go for it with the games we have. I think we might get through a couple of Southampton. Have been squeezed right there. Okay, they're just playing in real life at the moment as I speak, as we have Aston Villa, we have Leicester afterwards, and Southampton. One of these is going to be simmed, probably maybe Aston Villa to start off with. Leicester are flying high a bit at the moment, although we haven't played Villa, might play Villa and Southampton, who are struggling, so we need to beat them, then Portsmouth in the Cup, then Palace. I'll go for 5 so I can get into the transfer window as well. As the first suggestion, it's a Southampton man. It is Bednarek. Keelan Sham says he's brilliant in his Southampton career mode, or in his career mode, just he's from Southampton. So the Polish man might be someone I have to look at. Howard Bellis, I said I want an improvement on him, so if he's high rated, might go and drop a buy on him. Makanurko20 says, try aiming corners right at the line at the far post, because it could confuse in the box. I think that's a good idea when it's like an in-swinger. Yeah, definitely. Maybe not for an outswinger, because it'll probably go over the net. But yeah, that is a good suggestion. I need to spice them up a bit. Ivan's doing well to get on the end of a couple, and we have actually scored quite a few corners in this career. A lot more than like free kicks that I don't even think we've scored one of. So yeah, I might try that a little bit more, trying up already high number. And the last one, football friendly sign, Musalia from Bayern Munich. Good vid, thank you very much. As Musalia, never ever heard of him. Another player to go in the scouting book. As we need to get on with this first game, or couple of games. We need to get past these to get into January. But I haven't forgot about last episode when I said a lot of contracts are up. So we've got some big thinking to do after. I'm going to probably leave it till after the Southampton game, but just before we go into the window. So literally the 1 day difference in between to sign contracts and decide who wants to stay. Because I'm giving them 3 games to prove if they need to stay. The likes of Dal needs to keep playing well, who actually is on flames. Maybe Marsh off the bench a bit, and the youth players probably just sign them up anyway. So we've got players trying to prove their worth. As for this next game, do I make changes? I'm going to make a couple just because it is a simulated game. So hopefully it doesn't really cost us that much. With Chevalier in goal, Stacey, Howard, Bellis, Ivan and Jackson in the defence. With Todd Cantwell, Hove, Doyle and Brooks. With Dowell just a bit off fitness, and Semenyo up front, hoping for a win against the villains, the pantomime villains. They are above us in the league. I actually haven't shown you the league table, but I'll show you after this game. These are 11th, 24 points. I think we're on like, what, 18 or something. Decent team for Villa, but can we overcome it? It's going to be a difficult challenge, as no we don't. We definitely don't. It's a 3-0 thrashing from Aston Villa. Ferreira, Pacheco with the last goal, Coman and Munir as Tommy Doyle got injured in the 17th minute. Absolutely dominated by Villa as well. Look at that, 33 possessions, 0 shots, 0 chances. Oh no, I'm guessing that wasn't the best game to watch at Blundell Park, because that's another home game. Down the drain, as we need to try and make it right here. But we've got a loan offer. I have loan listed a couple of players, including, of course, Jeff Gott, as Tommy Doyle is out for 4 weeks. So I can live with that. We've got Louis Swing who can step in. As for Jeff Gott, it's a loan to buy from West Brom. Now, if you don't buy him, and you actually just loan him, that is a very good deal. He's still going to be playing in the Prem. Yes, granted, bottom of the Premier League, probably gets relegated, but still great experience. And Leicester up next. These are 13th, we are 14th. They started off really good, flying high. Then they just dropped off the edge of a cliff, or maybe the other way around. Now they seem to be like low mid-table, as Chelsea dropping down to 11th as well. Don't know what's up with the Blues, but Leicester, these Blues, these Foxes are the team we focus on next. Yes, I said I might not play them because we have already, but we did do well against them last time, and they are closer to us this time, so hopefully we can try and play them this time and get a good result. As we will go ahead and change the team. I'm thinking about fitness a little bit here, and morale, and of course giving the players chances who might be leaving. With Chevalier in goal, defence stays the same apart from one with Stacey, Howard, Bellis, Ivan and Mola. He's not out of contract but definitely out of form, so he needs to play. With Todd Cantwell, Hove, Pope straight back in for Doyle, and Osborne, who is one of the players who is removing his contract at the end of the season if we don't renew it. As Brooks is in camp for Dal, who is shattered. He's a player who needs to play. Not Brooks, but Dal, but he can't really fit in at the moment. With Semenyo up front. Dal probably should be fine as well for a new contract. Playing really well. at the moment. But we can only go one step at a time. We've got to watch fitness, as fitness isn't fully up for this game, but hopefully Leicester's isn't as well. So come on boys, good result. And this one's away at the King Power. The Foxers, how do they line up? Iverson in goal. I'm pretty sure he wasn't in net last time. Baku, Kumbulla, Divrei, Amati and Lewis. It's a 5 at the back again. Gagliardini and Scott McTominay in the middle, with El Nusayri pushed wide for Josh Sargent to go up front and Cherky on the left. Okay, so they've rustled the feathers up front a little bit. El Nusayri was through the middle and scored through the middle against us last time. Bit confusing how he isn't again, but we'll live with it and we'll get on with it. As Scott McTominay has the ball right here, the captain for Leicester. I mean, it's a bit unrealistic for him to leave Manchester United in my opinion, because of course he was a youth player there. So that's a good tackle from Brooks now, playing in cam central for the first time in a Grimsby Town shirt. Of course, we're getting good use out of him on the right, but I feel like we could get better in the middle, and I don't know if he's going to stay there though. That's a bad loss of the ball from Ivan, but we've still got it back. And Osborne with the ball at his feet right now. He's got to run round him from Jack Stacey. Right, this is an attack. We have a little option down this side. We can score against Leicester. We've done it before as Osborne slices the first shot of the game though. Good intent, getting forward, nothing from it. So we'll have to go for Ivan down the left-hand side this time. Clinton Mola. Todd Cantwell making a good move, but was never really getting forward enough, as Brooks now has it. We're going from left to right. It's Brandon Pope. Can he find a ball through to Semenyo? No, it's gone to Jack Stacey as well on the overlap. We are absolutely peppering Leicester's right-hand side in the early stage. I feel like the formation they are playing is helping us attack them a little bit more, but still nothing coming of it so far. As Mola with a really decent header. Todd Cantwell, Semenyo touch it down. And Mola with a switch of play right here. Cherky trying to close him down. No, he isn't. He's not even going to come to us, as Stacey can just pass that off to the side of him. Into Pope now in the centre. Hove takes a really good touch. We're going to have to put that back into Brooks round the corner to Semenyo. Good build up this, as Johan Hove needs a run through that little gap, and he's tucked down, and it's going to be a free kick. 35th minute, and it is Brooks stood over it. I think, I hope Todd Cantwell would have good free kicks. It looks like Pope is still the best at the club, as I'm going to aim this way with a little bit of a circle if I can. Is that decent? Not really. I definitely agree with what Lee Dixon's just said in my ear. A bore draw in this first half. No real attacks and shots from both teams. Just Osborne's wayward one for us, as Josh Sargent could prove me wrong though. He's got a run on there through the middle of Cherky, who's hit it first time with the outside of his boot to beat Chevalier. It's a great goal from the Foxers, really well worked, but boys, we have to be on that. Ivan, closer to your man. And now I wish it was boring. I'd rather have a boring game than be 1-0 behind. It's not actually Ivan, it's Stacey. I need to take that 13 off his back. He is terrible with that on. It's the unlucky number, isn't it? Chevalier, fell on his back a little bit instead of diving, but I don't think it's his fault. Just a really well hit goal. And Todd Cantwell with a ball over the top. Can we reply just before half time? It's going to be a big ask, as it just didn't fall for Hove right there. This is the time we've got to try and pull it back to 1-1 when they did it in the first game, as at half time. It is 1-0 to the Foxers. Have they warranted it? No, not really. It should be 0-0. It should be. They've just took the chance. Our team's a little bit tired. Maybe theirs is the same, so I'm not going to use that as an excuse, as we just need to get on with the second half. And El Nusayri trying to look for another ball. It's a dodgy touch from Harwood Bellis. That one, he's just not playing with the confidence he got himself into after he wasn't in the first place. So I don't know about him. I think it is a centre-back we need in the next month, as Cantwell going to dribble inside, give it to David Brooks, around the corner to Ivan, as he's going to try and look for a little gap forward onto Johan Hove. Got a gap there through to Semenyo. It's a good touch from Semenyo. Can he try and cut back? I thought I could, but he's going to keep going. He's going to go over, and nothing's going to get given us. Iverson as well, almost touched into his own net. Very, very unlucky not to get a penalty or a goal, as we have to keep trying to conjure something up by keeping on fighting. Kumbulla in the middle to Gagliardini, on to Scott McTominay. McSauce trying to dribble it slowly. Good tackle though, as Hardwood Bellis can put it out to Osborne. You're still playing for a contract, so I want to see more. It's a good 1-2 with Brooks. Get down this wing. Keep on going, Osborne. Now you need to deliver before this defender catches you up. He's caught him up. And can he win the header? Not really. Poor run. And overall, poor game. I've just got to say, poor game. It hasn't been entertaining at all. Even to players. Josh Sargent tries to get a tackle in there. It's going to fall for Stacey though, as we're still fighting for something out of it. We ain't going to give in that easily. Semenyo over the top. Can we reach him? It's a poor header from the defender, and Semenyo's through the back of him. Can we score from a mistake? We do! And it's 1-1 with Leicester here at the King Power. What a mistake from Kumbula, I think it is in the defence. It's number 3. Maybe it's Stefan de Vrij. It might be the big man. I want to see who it is. Let's have a look. Number 3. Number 3. I actually don't know. As Semenyo, I might actually bring him off, you know, for Florian Balogun. He's on decent form himself and deserves more chances. As Semenyo takes his chance whilst he's on the field. Grimsby Town 1, Leicester 1. And Cherky with a free kick straight after our goal. Headed away. Can Pope get there? Hove didn't even have to click slide, but he just automatically did it. They've got a player down, though, as it's good passing from the Foxes. It looks like it's going out wide, but we keep it in with Harwood Bellish. Great. Now we can get a counter on. The man's still getting back to his feet, so it might be controversial if we score. We've still got a lot of work to do. 2 scorers. Brandon Pope dribbling forward. Good roulette. I thought we were going to get a run this way. He doesn't, so he's going to try and go right again and lose the ball. As Clinton Mola, we have the ball. Sargent on the deck. Didn't really touch him, so he needs to get up. As Todd Cantwell making a great run up the field as well. He's got a good touch in front of him. We've got Florian Balogun in the middle. Could we create something here near the end? Oh, it's Marty who steps out to make the tackle. I mean, Josh Sargent's still down at the end of the game. Sad to see an injury at this moment in time. So, I mean, it doesn't affect the game, does it? When it affects the game, maybe it could be a benefit, but not really here, as I think the the final whistle, not the first whistle, has gone. It is 1-1 with Leicester again, this time just at the King Power. Literally no difference. Was a pretty dull game in the first half, but then we got 2 chances each, and we made the most of our own. And straight into the aftermath as, oh, George Marsh. What's wrong with you? I'm usually not one to big myself up, but I think I could have made an impact against Leicester. He's very unhappy, and he's one who needs to sign a new contract. So I am going to say it wasn't an easy decision. Try and sway him out, so now he's a bit unhappy, but yeah, he looks a little bit unsettled as a youth player does as well. Don't know who it is, Rivera. He can just go. 17-year-old, way too old to be in the academy at 17. As, yeah, I don't like that, and especially when we're going to sign contracts soon. That point doesn't get us close to Leicester. They've gone ahead of Watford, who I think should be higher up by the way they played against us, as we are still in 14th, as Southampton are up next. We got beat by these earlier on in the season. We play Southampton, then the rivals Pompey. They're really good back-to-back games, and Crystal Palace I've played already, so I think I do have them after Pompey, which I'm going to play Pompey as well, then Sim Crystal Palace, yes, because they're a very common team that I keep playing. So it is still a little bit tired, but we are going to go for this team. Just the one change back to what it was before, so should be even stronger than that last game against Leicester to beat the Saints. With Chevalier in goal, Stacey at right back, now gone up a rating. Harwood, Bellis, Ivan and Mola, Todd Cantwell, Hove, Pope and David Brooks at right midfield, with Kieran Dowell and Antonie Semenyo. Oh, I think I've been pronouncing his name wrong. It's Antonie. The I comes after the O or in front of it. I don't actually know, to be honest. I don't know why I'm commenting on it. Just get to Southampton. And the Southampton lineup: Lopez, Walker-Peters, Bespiani, O'Connor, Lato, Arujo, Egerstein, Kakaret, Usri, Liao and Bustos. He's just showed me this team sheet. It hasn't actually shown me individually like it usually does, so that's a bit weird. Che Adams on the bench, Maximovic, Garcia, and finally it skips on. That was a long one. And a rather weird one, but we'll get on with it. So, what threat does Southampton possess? Haven't played these since the second game when we got beat 3-2. But I feel like we've, like a Pokemon, evolved a little bit since then. Hopefully got a little better ourselves. As Usri starts off with the ball, little back heel into Lato. They've got that Usri as well, who scored 3 in his last game, I saw by the graphic beforehand. And they're starting on the front foot here. Bustos with a sweaty goal, and they've scored already. It's Rafael Leao who's come through the middle to slot it in the back of the net. Clinton Mola couldn't get across. And a perfect start. Got to wake up. Got to be on it from the off. I mean, they rounded both of the centre-backs in one swift move. Leao just started the attack and ended it. A little 1-2 there with Bustos. Got it back and had an open net because I had to bring Chevalier out to put the pressure on. We've just caused this game to be a lot harder than it should be. And I know it sounds weird, but maybe them scoring in the 5th minute's a good thing because they have a lot less points than us, so they'll try and sit on it, I think, and keep the points. So hopefully we can attack like we are doing now around the right-hand side, which we've got a lot of luck down this episode. Into Pope. Can we score straight away? It's Hove, and he hit it straight at Paul Lopez's dive. I mean, it was Dowell, actually, in the end, not even Hove. And that was terrible. Should have done an in-swinging corner there as well. Never thought. That is so annoying as Pope now gives it forward into Brooks. Can we try and create something anyway? Dowell again into Semenyo. Instant reply. Yes, we've got it this time. We've got it this time. It's the signature celebration. Picking up the ball as Southampton have just got a lucky opening goal, but I feel like we're the better team since then. I mean, it's been, what, 15, 20 minutes at that, but Antonio Semenyo gets the goal back, and we've been on the front foot since then. Great finish past the keeper to make it 1-1. And that guy, he just is a great player, isn't he, as Rafael Leao is as well. And Ivan has let him get past him. He slid in, took him out, but why has he stopped the play? I took him out after the ball had gone, but they still had the ball, and Ivan's going to get a yellow card. It's another penalty given against us. We're just terrible with his tackles. It definitely was one, don't get me wrong, but he put it across the net, so I don't get it. I probably should blame Ivan more than I am doing this. I'm going to dive left, and he's chipped it. I would have saved that if he wanted a chip. That's disgusting. Bustos puts Southampton back in front and the momentum back on their side. It's just dinked over him. Look at that. He dives perfect. He dives high as well, but the ball goes that slow that the time it's on its way down, we've already hit the ground. It is 2-1 to the Saints at St Mary's. This is terrible. I just want us to be better than this, just more comfortable on the ball. As Semenyo now is going to give it across to Kieran Dowell. Dowell to look over the top to David Brooks, who's going to get there before the defender. Now, that is a surprise. I thought the defender were going to jump in there as Pope gets it as well. Pope now onto Hove. He likes a long shot. Oh, what a save. What a shot as well. Magical hands from Paul Lopez again. As we're going to take this corner to Ivan, who I saw was lurking. Todd Cantwell touches it down. Back to Hove. Second long shot this time. Hits, well, no hand, just a head. So I was hoping that would have hit a hand, but Stacey to come away with it now. Oh, good run from Semenyo. He could have two. It could be 2-2 in the first couple of minutes, but it's a great save. Paul Lopez again with that header, and O'Connell gets there first. A bit of a headbutt, but nothing gets given on FIFA for those, and it's a counter-attack from Southampton. Please stop this, boys. Don't let them go 3-1 up in the break as Leao gives it back to Usri. It's a bit of a mistimed tackle. He likes his roulettes, and he likes a ball through the middle as Eggestein just puts it wide. Very, very end-to-end game, this one, as it's just our chance to their chance. I mean, it's entertaining to watch, I guess, but to play, it's absolutely nerve-wracking as Leao has another chance through the middle. Oh, and he's gone down with minimal contact. He rouletted away from Harwood Bellis and then purposely went straight back over him. It can't be a red card. I mean, they are swarming all over. It might send him off here. He might have to go, but I think it wasn't the worst tackle, as what's he going to do? It is a red card for Harwood Bellis. The second penalty of the game for Southampton. And it's just turned into a nightmare here on the south coast. Yeah, he spins. It's the spin, and he could avoid it. That's the thing. He doesn't avoid it. He goes down, and Chevalier with a big job. As Bustos goes the same way, we go a different. It's 3-1 to Southampton. Is it game done and dusted in the first half? Who knows, but it's terrible from us. I mean, yes, we are a new club. We are destined for relegation, according to the media and the press, but we're above Southampton. I think we should be beating them with the team we have, but no. Absolutely dominated in the first half on goals. So at the break, it doesn't look good at all. It is 3 goals that we have conceded in one half. Yes, granted 2 penalties and a sweaty early on, but it's not good, is it? It's not good at all. So Kieran Dowell's unfortunately going to have to be sacrificed, one of our best players, as we need another defender on. Damage limitation might actually become a factor here. Plus, Marsh can play for his position next year. Poet, and I don't even know it, as Kakaret with the ball over the top. Mola, good header away. Ivan to pass it away as well. I mean, we've got only one up front. Semenyo's going to be isolated, but he does do a job on his own as he's got the ball right here, away from the defenders. Heavy touch to get further away, but has to come back on himself. Give it into Hove, who should have put it out to Cantwell instead of poking it around the corner. Mola to recover. Back in the middle to Hove. Turns out, looks for Semenyo. Just shepherded away. What's it going to take? What's it going to take to try and get another attack as Maksimovic has come on right now? Stacey, good tackle, but it falls to Araujo again. And Clinton Mola has to stop him. Surprised the referee didn't give a penalty for that one as well as Hove. Oh, dodgy touch, but he does manage to get the ball to Brandon Pope. Around the corner to Semenyo, who's got David Brooks through the gap. Good pass to him. I mean, one more goal in this and we've got time to come back as Brooks needs to get back inside. Jack O'Connell with a good tackle. The ex-Blade keeping us out. And Brandon Pope with the ball right here out to Brooks, who looks like he's the only one trying at the moment. Gives it back to Pope. Marsh making a run down the wing though. He knows his contract's in question, and of course his morale's really down, so he's going to try and play to build himself back up, as Hove does have the ball right here in the middle. Gives it to Brandon Pope. Can we get someone running off the ball? Please. It's just a bit of passing on the edge here because we can't get anyone to make a move. Give it to Brooks. Semenyo doesn't really make a good one. Still kept the ball though. And he's tried to force a gap, but Southampton men everywhere. It looks like they might have gone to 5 at the back because it is impossible to get round them as they've got a ball right there on the counter-attack. Beautiful counter-attacking play. Bustos gets a hat-trick as well. It's 4-1 in the last minute. It is 4. And it's a great, great counter. The only word that can describe that goal is direct. Straight through the middle for Southampton. Bustos got both penalties and now actually has his first goal from open play and warranted it. Southampton have been the better team. Yes, we've pushed on but not troubled the goalkeeper enough in this second half. And well beaten on the south coast. And there's the final whistle. We have been beaten. We have been deservedly beaten away from home. It's a big travel back on the bus and every single player, I think, is getting the hairdryer treatment. Not a good game. 50-50 on possession, but 4-1. That's just embarrassing. So that might be back to the drawing board. It honestly might do. Pompey up next. The rivals of the team we've just got to play, of course. Leagues below as well, as me has departed. We've got transfer information, youth squad report, and Howard Belly suspended. But now, in hopefully what I can make a bit quicker, we've got to get on to contracts. As we addressed this in the last episode, we have 7 players expiring at the end of the season. I want to sign maybe 5 of them back on, I think, because not all of them warrant it. Actually, it's more than 7, isn't it? It's 8, as I think it's probably going to be 7. There's one I want to get rid of straight away, and that's probably Hale. 19-year-old, 62 rated. I'm not going to release you, but you'll go. But one youth player I do want to keep is Angus Macmillan. He can fill up the academy. That is the first one signed on. And next one is George Marsh. Yes, despite his morale being a bit low and the last performance being a big thrashing, I feel like I saw a glimpse of what he's capable of. He's never going to be a first teamer, but there to stand up and back up Stacey. And we aren't stopping there though. Ben Jackson's the next one. You might be thinking as well, these are high wages that we are paying for these players. I'm going to extend everyone's wages higher. Just bear with, because of course we're a Premier League team now, so players need paying more. And the next one, and in fact final one, taking a big wage increase from 12k to 35.5, is Kieran Dall. Maybe controversially the last one, because we've got players still good enough in our squad at the moment, but you'll see who I am leaving out. There is 4 players and I've got reasons for each and every single one of them, so we'll go straight back up to the top. Osborne, haven't seen enough of him. Honestly, haven't seen enough of him his whole career whilst being at Grimsby. At left back, centre mid, left wing back, right mid. Not seen the best out of him yet. Phil Jones, he's aging of course. I think he was great in the first couple of games. If someone wants to take him off his hands, you can. Oliver Burke the same. He's loan listed for 6 months, but I doubt he'll actually get that now. So I'm just going to have to see if he can fit in a squad somewhere. And Hale, like I said, is going. Yeah, we straight back into the transfers after that one. I thought we were going to go straight to the Portsmouth game. This has just been sprung upon me. It's an offer for Victor Camponzano from Celta Vigo. It doesn't say on the screen. It's in his native country, Spain. We have Florian Balogun and we have Antonio Semenyo playing really, really well. So, this is something I'm going to play around with. Victor Camponzano, 15 million would be a lot for this guy. We're not going to be able to get that though. I think we paid around 12 for him. So that will be making no profit at all. Still, I think selling him is the right thing to do actually, with the way the squad is going and needing a centre-back. That's 13.5. Can we shake hands? No, 12. 13 million. I will shake hands with you. As are they going to accept that? Victor Camponzano, no. They're going to storm out of Celta Vigo. Right, I would have actually liked to get that off, you know. Going back to his home country after a stint as the best player at Grimsby Town in their promotion-winning season. But he wants to stay and at the moment, his third choice. And there has been a lot of changes for this Pompey game. I mean a lot. They are struggling in League 1 when I've just checked. So, it's actually time to experience playing with a little bit of the rotational squad that I have here at Grimsby Town. These don't get a look in hardly at all, with Gretterson hopefully can get looked on even more in the future in goal, with Marsh at right back, Jones, Mitchell and Jackson in a completely new back 4. Dan Smith hasn't played in a while at left midfield, not even got a chance, with Wing and Pope still there in the midfield, as well as Osborne, captain. Hopefully that gets the best out of him, with Dal still in cam. I don't know how he's fit, with Florian Balogun. So the attack is more heavy than the defence, but I want to see how these defenders do. And they're all the way in League One with Seymour in net, Naylor, Raggett, Mangoya and Hancock. Hiwula, Close, Morris and Harness. With Harrison and Marquis, they've kept very close to how they started. So, no wonder they're still in that league, because the team's their league material, League One material. I can't say any much more. All we can try and do here, yes, a rotated team, but still strong enough to get the job done. I want the job done. I want to be in round 4, and it's as simple as that. I also want a win to try and maybe turn us form around in the Premier League. When Sheffield United beat Bristol Rovers this year in the FA Cup, they actually got a couple of results. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, they stayed bottom of the league in 20th, and the managers just walked out on them, which is an absolute outrage, I think. But still, we've got to try and get this win to build ourselves up. As Osborne plays a couple of passes right there into Kieran Dowell. Across the middle now to Florian Balogun. Dan Smith making a run. Dan James is the Man United one, as he's going to come inside as well. Haven't got much out of this guy so far. Can he shoot? It's a long run, and Seymour just has to tap it over. I mean, that was a pretty decent start. Wing with a corner as well. Cross straight into the zone. Need to keep remembering to do these in-swingers. It's just force of habit, just swinging it in straight away, as Mitchell is going to switch it across. He's been at the club quite a bit without a chance, and Smith, what is that? That was poor, as we've got the ball here with Lewis Wing round the corner. Florian Balogun. Can we get an opening goal here to try and open these floodgates? Osborne, the captain, on a run, tries to put a ball across the box with a cross, and it's going to not be a corner. Hiwula to keep that in, but only as far as Pope, who should win it, does, but he falls back down to Morris. Portsmouth causing problems. However, Brandon Pope's actually down on the floor after it. God damn it. That is bad. I left 2 first-teamers in the squad. Pope and Dowell, and one of them's down. So, Angus Macmillan just signed a new contract. Get on the field. It's a big downgrade in rating and quality, and a big downgrade that he's got injured. It did look like a dodgy landing, and that's our best player. So now I actually think the squads are a bit evenly matched with the quality, as Harrison skips past us there with the ball through to Hiwula, and Portsmouth score the first goal. It's a counter-attacking finish straight away once Brendan Pope has left the field. You can see he makes a difference. I mean, it is maybe too heavily rotated actually. Maybe, but still we shouldn't be conceding to Portsmouth. It's Hiwula with a nice little goal there, as we now need to try and fight our way back. It's Kieran Dowell with the ball immediately. I think we can score immediately. Let's try and test that theory out. As Smith runs straight into his man. And the FA Cup isn't a trophy I want to take lightly, boys, so come on. Pull your fingers out. Balogun over the top now to Smith, who can chest that down. He's got a lot of the ball, but not done much with it in this game so far. But does cut back there. Gives it in the middle to Wing, and Wing! What's happened to you, mate? I know you got a big injury, but still. You've come back, you've gone ratings down, you've got chances in the squad, and done absolutely woeful when in it. As John Marquis is on a run from our chance as well. Through to Harrison, and Mitchell has to get a touch. So Harrison here with the ball through to Marquis again. Gregerson with a save, and Portsmouth actually starting to keep a lot of the ball around here, which I don't like. Dowell, give that out to Smith. Right, Smith on a run. Please, I want you to do the right thing this time and turn inside with a skill move, which he hasn't really got in his locker, but it's worked. On to Dowell. Can he put this across to Balogun? Possibly handball, and is Sean Raggett, an ex-Lincoln defender. How fitting, the rivals of us makes a mistake. Absolute unit as well there by the size. As we get a penalty in this game, we should just dispatch this and get on with the game. It's Kieran Dowell. I'm going to try and go bottom right to get it past the keeper, and he scores. Game back on. I believe I'm saying the words game back on though against Portsmouth. That's a bit bittersweet, but it is a good finish. Sends the keeper packing the wrong way and into the side netting. Number 24 knocks at the door. And at half-time, it is going to be a 1-1 straight away. Let's try and get back in front though, boys. You know we don't deserve this. You just know we don't. Well, they don't deserve it, should we say. We deserve to be miles in front. Yes, the team is probably actually lower rated than Portsmouth. The amount of 67 rateds and all that we've got lurking around. But still, I think we've been the better side. A bit of South Coast sickness, I think, as Close plays a 1-2 with John Marquis. And they're in front again! Straight after half-time, John Marquis scores and he slots it in the bottom corner. I tell you what, yeah, I've rotated the team, but we urgently need a centre-back. That is priority number 1 this window. I don't want to watch that. I want to be in the lead of this game. And not long to go now. It's like the Carabao Cup a couple of seasons back when We just had to keep coming back from 2-0 down. Hopefully we can do it this time, although it is 2-1. I would like goals back as Close does have the ball in midfield now. On to Harrison, round the corner to John Marquis, who turns us into Close, and it's 3-1 to Portsmouth. We need 2 strikers on the field, and we need a signing desperately. It's not even going to show us the replay. I wouldn't have minded seeing that. Through bodies, actually a clean hit, but this is terrible. Grimsby Town being beaten by Portsmouth. Premier League Grimsby Town. Things you absolutely hate to see as Florian Balogun, Camponzano is now on, and Jeff got 3 up front. It's a 4-3-3, but I basically took the right midfielder and stuck him up front where Jeff got his. So it's not a conventional formation at all, but hey, we need goals. And Lewis Wink with the ball through the middle now. On to Camponzano on the field. Balogun. Camponzano, it's gone through to Jeff Gott though, and this is a chance to pull one back. It's through. It is one back. It's Florian Balogun, and get that replay skipped. We're still losing to Portsmouth, don't forget. The fans absolutely going balmy, but guys, do you know we actually still are losing to Portsmouth with 10 minutes to go? It's still a big game on his hands, as don't let them score again. That would be absolutely dreadful. That would be pure devilish scenes, as we need to try and get this ball up to the other side of the field. Marsh with a tackle. Can we get a run on there of Kieran Dowell in front? No, it's Jeff Gott. Balogun through the middle, chips it on. We've got 3 men flooding up. The defender, Mengoya, just cleared it last minute. Sweeney comes off the bench as well, as we do win the instant header. It's on to Jeff Gott. It's been given as handball, as we've still not got long to go. It's literally into stoppage time and we're still losing. Boys, turn it round quick. 2 added minutes. Florian Balogun with a run of Jeff Gott though. If Jeff Gott misses this, which he doesn't, so we don't have to go in to say what it would happen if he missed it. Look, Jeff Gott gets a goal off the bench. He hasn't gone to the baggage yet, and we have pulled it back. 3-3 against Portsmouth. I mean, it's a terrible result, yes. Really terrible, but the comeback is something to be proud of, I guess, as that's all it's going to be, a comeback towards that. So we've got to simulate them probably next game. I mean, I don't know if I could go through that again. It will be in the next episode, so we don't know our future in the FA Cup, but please, boys, get it done simpler next time. And Brandon Pope will be out for 2 months with that injury. Jeff Gott's going on a short term to West Brom, which is fine, because then he won't be in the Championship if they get relegated. Players returning from loan is Harrison Lacey and Junior Fisher from Ghent, who's never really got a place in the squad. I would have liked that a day earlier, of course, for him to play against his former club. As an offer from Marsh, 5.1 million from Blackburn. Now, of course, he's just signed a new contract, and I think he's Premier League material as a backup, so I don't want to get rid of him just yet. Players getting their scout reports back. I've done a lot of that on players you guys have suggested and new ones, and I don't know if we can squeeze a signing before Crystal Palace. I'll have to try. As Jeff Gott has left the club as well. Osborne's having an approach from Rennes, which I am just going to step away with and probably let go through, as Atalanta put a 14 million bid in for Stacey. A lot of clubs in for this guy, but honestly, I'd rather keep him and keep the money that we currently have on trying to get a centre-back and a left-back. Would it be right for selling's sake? As another example, Jackson, just don't need to sell him to Osasuna. He had a really good loan deal at Porto, but I feel like he has potential right here, and that's where he will stay. At least for this Crystal Palace game, as I don't know if it's going to be in the first team squad. I think I'm going to go full strength because it's a simulated game. We're at home. We got beat 4-1 in the reverse fixture, so confidence isn't really flowing. Especially after just scraping a draw against Portsmouth, as it's hard to get a midfield together at the moment. We've got Chevalier in the net with Stacey, Howard, Bellis, Ivan and Moller in the defence. Howard Bellis actually served his suspension in that cup game, with Cantwell wing in the team, Hove and Brooks, with Dowell in cam and Semenyo up front. Maybe I need to get another central midfielder in, but I think Tommy Doyle and Pope are perfect. It's just we don't have both of them at the moment. So I do only have one player on my shortlist, and he is a midfielder. I don't know if I'll get that done today though. I might leave it till next episode so I could see other options. I don't know, as I know we are good enough to get the win here, and we do, and Wing actually scores the winner. Oh my days, how fitting. It's Woolley with the goal for them, Wing with the winner, but who got the first? Brooks in the first minute. Finally a win. A win for Town. I mean, it's come in the last simulated game though, which is disappointing, but a win Nevertheless, as I am going to finally actually stop and look at the league table, we've got a lot of messages flooding through. I think I might actually read them before I disappear, and maybe it's a transfer offer in for someone. I don't know, but I want to see the league. As we are 15th, 25 points, 8 from safety, which is actually better, but then again we've gone down a little bit. So Southampton and Crystal Palace, the teams we've played today, I mean, they were vital games, really. Southampton thrashing us and Crystal Palace we got a win against. Leicester City flying, Aston Villa really flying. And next episode, I think we've got like Arsenal again or something. So it doesn't get any easier, but we've got to focus one game at a time, which is, of course, Portsmouth first. Campuzano looks like he's moaning about game time. I don't know if it's more player interaction. No, it's just Campuzano, and it might just be scout reports, to be honest. You've still got your place in the squad, but not first team. As inbox, let's have a look at this. Any offers for players? No, we don't. Osborne is departing, though, to go to Reniers. That's okay with me. As unfortunately, guys, this is the end of this episode, season number 6, episode number 7. Hopefully you've enjoyed the new graphics and graphical intro at the start of the video. Put a bit of time into that. It took quite a while to get the visual setup as well to make the graphics a little bit better, but I will see you all in the next one. Hopefully it is an improvement. If not, I'll get it fixed. See you all in a bit. And yes, comment on the poll I put on the channel, I think it was yesterday, for new content. In a bit, and peace.